start somewhere, and they have to start from the start.
All right. Okay. Tell me how to run a podcast, please. I'm gonna take notes.
I mean, if I were you, I would have like an introduction.
Okay. Intro. What else?
Intro, topics.
Topics. Okay.
Break down the topics. Like when they teach you in English class how to write an essay and stuff.
Okay. What else?
ChatGPT should probably also give you the same.
How'd you get an AI on your Instagram? I want to know.
A what?
AI. I want to do that for.
No, she be messing things up for
me. How do you do it?
I don't know. It just says like turn on AI.
On your Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
You know how to do that?
Yeah, but I had to turn that off real quick.
Why?
It didn't work out. It started saying that my boyfriend was a DJ at Bauhaus.
Yeah, I typed that in.
What do you mean?
I typed that in.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? Okay.
Hey,
Because I don't know. So I don't even know if you still have my Facebook login.
Nah, I don't think so. I would have been using that shit if I did. I used to use the shit out of her. I used to spam her shit like crazy.
Yes, I believed you for a second that it was you. I was like, wait, are you still signed into my stuff?
But we need to do that again, though. Facebook is a good...
You're welcome to use my Facebook
is,
whenever you like.
It's still strong, like Facebook.
You and me are locked in for life.
Text me the password, actually. For real, I'm not... You think I'm playing?
I'm not playing either.
All right. So she's going to help us with Galentine's.
Yes.
What are we doing?
I have a vision where obviously I want to incorporate more of the networking business side of my persona.
Okay. Yeah.
And I want to, and that's where I guess I think we could also grow it to make, some type of incentive for us.
Yeah.
Where companies can pay us.
Yeah.
I mean, Duchess is a classy, beautiful place with, first of all, the food. Who's the chef? I need to ask you that.
I don't know.
Because whoever's cooking back there is cooking.
You see that, Duchess? Cooking. I need to give her a raise.
I literally I'm so happy you be giving me the little $50 here and there because I'll be using them. Because, oh my God, the steak and the potatoes.
Oh, you ate the steak? Yeah.
My mouth is getting watery right now. Oh my God. It's just so good. So anyway, Duchess is a beautiful place. Okay. Thank you, by the way, for keeping me involved in that. Thank you for always keeping me involved.
I got you.
Yeah, I really do appreciate you. I just want you to know that.
Thank you.
Anyway, so I have a vision for Galentine's Day of the entrance having a backdrop in the entrance with some type of red carpet.
This is why we need women, bro, because we don't think of shit like that.
Red carpet entrance.
I never thought of that. Yeah.
And the entrance having some type of Valentine's Day. I don't know, because it's all about first impressions. As soon as you walk in, it has to start. Yeah. The show has to start. So some type of. I saw these arcs of flowers. They were so super cute, super affordable. I'm willing to invest in them and put them on the entrance, and then another backdrop inside with a photo booth with all the logos.
We do need backdrops too, or pictures. We only have one on New Year's. We need to get that again. That was good.
Yeah, 2 backdrops. I feel like that's the thing now in every bar, every restaurant. They have a place for content for women and just people to just take pictures at, And the outside needs some type of backdrop. And the outside needs lights.
That needs a lot of work. We're working on it.
Yeah. But I want a backdrop outside and I want a backdrop inside.
All right.
And I want goodie bags. Goodie bags with little cute gifts. I want candies. I want
You think we could get sponsors to pay for these things?
Yeah, I have 3 already.
What?
Yeah. I thought me and you were gonna talk about this. Are we gonna talk about this now?
We can, yeah. Or do you think we'll give away our secrets or what?
Yeah, no.
No? Okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we don't want people to
They need to pay a membership for that. That's a different part of the show. They can pay to enter that.
All right, tell me what it's like to be a mom.
Okay. Oh, I love being a mom.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool watching you transition from that person to that person. That shit was pretty.
That's cool, right?
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
It's weird because I grief old Shara a lot.
Why?
Every day.
Nah, you're 10 times better.
Because it just hits you as a mom. You don't have time to be oh, holy crap. I'm never going to be the other person that I was before. I have to be this other. When you have a baby come out of your vagina, that's a part of your life that changes forever, and you just can't. It's weird because you just can't go back to the same person that you were. You have another human being that you have to.
I mean, you say that, but there's some women that don't change, right?
You're right.
That shit, I've seen it.
You're right, and I honestly can't understand. I don't understand. I can't. I just, in no way, shape, or form.
Did you plan to change like that?
No. So you met me when I had my apartment in Montrose. So I was living my life, you know. This is the love of the person that I did have children with is the love of my life.
Yeah, it's a blessing.
And yeah, he was my high school sweetheart. I lost my virginity to him.
TMI.
So
okay,
everything TMI. If it's not TMI, then why say it? You know. Anyway, why not say it? So yeah. So I feel like he was always my booty call.
Who was your go-to?
Yeah, you know, I recycled. I never, like, you know, you've worked with me in the nightlife. You never saw me go home with like random guys or anything, you know.
I don't
like
know. I used to drink a lot, so I don't remember a lot of shit. Anyway, yeah.
He was the love of my life. Is the love of my life, and yeah. So we were always together. Eventually, I got pregnant. And we just decided we needed to go full throttle on it and, you know, do the right thing and get together. We got engaged while I was pregnant. And then I became a mom, and it was just like a whole life-changing experience where you have to keep another human being alive. Like, your needs come second, you know. It's not like, oh, what am I going to do? No, this person is dictating what you're going to do today. It's not. You can't choose. I mean, you can obviously try to choose, but your life, that baby is gonna run the way your life is gonna work, period. You know. And learning how to be parents for the first time was also like a huge learning curve for both of us. And I feel like everybody probably goes through this, and I think that's why there's like statistically a number, I think it's like the third year is when everyone is like, you don't make it past the third year.
Oh, shit.
When you're newly parents, because it's just that hard to try and learn as a team how to, you know, what are your traits, what are my best traits, and how can we work together to make this work in a healthy environment. Because of the
baby, that they don't make it? Oh, shit.
Especially terrible threes. Have you heard of terrible threes?
Nah.
Terrible threes is when the baby is bad. It's just going around. It's just like a little dictator. Yeah, a little dictator around the house, pooping his pants or her pants, you know, and it's like crazy. So it's a lot of tension, you know. And as a mom, I realized real quick, like, God really exists. When you have a baby, you know, that's how you really know God exists.
Okay. Because
this baby comes already like equipped with the way it's gonna be. Like, my daughter never liked blankets on her body. Like, she hates blankets. She will just get
even till now.
Until now. And my husband's the same way.
Oh shit.
Same way. So it's weird. She was like that even as a baby. Like, like newborn, she just would always like try and like wiggle around the blankets and try and get them off of her. So it's like weird that it's like you just DNA and genetics is just already programmed. Done for you. Like, you don't pick that shit. It's like, I don't know.
Do you think that has a lot to do with the way you're raised? Like, can a person that wasn't raised around certain things become a different way?
I think your DNA changes. Your DNA is subject to changing.
Like how?
Based off of your culture and how you're raised, and the way. I saw a doctor talk about how your cells react to even your thoughts. And it goes down to up to manifesting, you know, like your cells, depending on if they're positive or negative, can be acidic or they can be alkaline.
Oh, shit.
And then depending on your thoughts, your body goes on survival mode or it goes on safety mode.
So how do you apply these things to your...
So as a mom, as a parent, well, it took... My husband was a control freak. So... At first, we just got home with the baby. And if I wasn't up by 8 a.m., he was like, what the fuck? Like, she's lazy as fuck, you know? Or like, and I'm like, dude,
is there
I'm breastfeeding. Well, he's so completely unaware of what I'm going through individually.
Like, with a tit out
and he was an only child. So when you're raised differently, only child, I feel like they need to go take some type of special classes to be considerate human beings of other people because no offense to only children. No, there's some that are different. There's some that are raised well, and my husband is one of the ones that were like raised good to be considerate non-selfish human beings. But there are some that is just they're narcissistic as human beings that it's like, dude, the world does not revolve around you. The other people exist. Other people's needs exist. Like, you need to learn that it's not just you know? And you have siblings, too. So, you know, like, that humbles you. For sure, having siblings humbles
having to share
heck out of you. Yeah. Growing up, just learning that it's not just you know? Like, I can't. So, so he grew up by himself. So, whenever we moved, and he never lived with anyone else before either. I had some experience with living with another person before, so I kind of already knew like what it took a little bit to, you know, compromise here and there, and you know, this person's not gonna move the way I want them exactly to move, and I can't control what they do, and you know, so he didn't know any of that. So whenever I had my baby, we had our baby. It was a learning curve, you know, and I had my mom instincts right away. So let's say the baby was crying nonstop. He would freak out. He would freak out every time. And I'll just be like, you need to relax, please, because now you're getting me anxious. And if I get anxious, my breast milk, like, I do a lot of research as a mom. And when I became a new mom and the whole pregnancy, I was just researching all kinds of crazy stuff, you know, vaccines. I was researching just psychologically and like the physiology of what your body goes through as a mom, and like when the baby, you know, grows inside of you, and also when the baby comes out of you, how your body comes back and how much time it takes to fully recover from all of that. Yeah, it's a lot of research that your body's going through this stuff, so you need to know and be up to date to what's going on so you're not caught off guard, you know?
Yeah.
So I was told, I was researching, and baby blues is one of the things.
Look at that, like postpartum.
So the third or fourth day after you have a baby, like this wave of hormones that makes you super sad for no reason happens. And so luckily I did my research though, and I knew to catch on to it, and I knew how to like, okay, this is not my life. Like, this is my hormones. I'm not going to listen to the, you know, lies that my head is telling me.
Oh, shit. I don't think I've ever heard a woman say that.
Yeah. Ever. It's a lot of accountability for you to get yourself out of it, because a lot of women do get lost in
emotions or reality. Yeah.
Postpartum depression.
Yeah, I've heard of that too.
It's a real thing, and it's easy because we're so hormonal, and it's so hard to like depict, okay, this is really my reaction, and no, this is my hormones driving my reaction to act this way, you know, especially when women are on their periods or when they're about to get their periods. It's like, it's a whole thing, you know? So you have to be on top of all these little things, on top of keeping a human alive as a mom.
Hey, respect to that shit.
As a woman. Fuck. So here's the man that really doesn't, he's super disconnected to all of that, you know? And it's just like,
it's a good thing sometimes.
But for men, on y'all's end, y'all have the way y'all react is the more.
Saca el chicle. Or you need paper here.
I know that you didn't even offer whenever you took.
Sorry.
So on the men's side of having a newborn, you're naturally gonna want to protect, provide.
For sure, yeah.
And your caveman instincts come in.
Yeah.
So if baby's crying, you know,
worried.
He was right away like on it, and I was just like, okay, you need to calm down and like calm down, because if you worry, I'm gonna worry, and I'm not worried that the baby's crying. So the baby's fine. She's gonna cry, and it's okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to learn to.
You said this literally like this?
Yeah. I was like, we're gonna have to learn to be calm when she cries.
Yeah.
Because it's a new baby, so you're like, you want the baby to be perfect. You don't want the baby to cry.
But do you think it's also because she's a female?
No, baby boys cry too. I had a
No,
baby
I
boy.
mean he worried so much as a dad.
Oh, no.
No,
It's a human being. And so you're like, is he crying because he has something like bothering? They can't talk, so it's like you're just trying to like
figure out what's
it's
wrong.
new.
Yeah.
It's a new thing that just came into your life, and you're just like it's fragile, you
Yeah.
know? It's just it's really nerve-wracking. So you have to really like control your nerves. And I had to really have that conversation with him, like, look, I'm the mom. I have the mom instinct. I already feel it. I knew, like, it's weird how we have the mother instinct in that seventh sense
Yeah.
or sixth sense.
Y'all are
What is
born
it?
with
The
that.
sixth
The
sense.
sixth sense, yeah.
It exists. It exists completely, and like I have no doubt that we have an extra sense. Like,
Why do you think that women don't want to have kids now?
um,
What could the reason be?
first of all, the dangers of this world and the way it's
That could
going.
that could be an excuse for another 100 years or go 100 years
Where
back.
did you get that women don't want to have kids?
The birth rates, the average age of a woman past 30 has 0 kids. So it's getting less and less.
I think that's because of lack of like commitment between two adults that just can't. Dating right now in this time and age, it's kind of been hard from what I've heard.
Yeah.
It's been hard to find. I mean, everything is so easy and just everyone's so replaceable, and just
Facts. Yeah.
no one really sticks through and like tries to really like love people even on their dark days, you know. And
So would you say that your more important is your motherhood or your career?
ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
My motherhood.
Yeah. Why?
My motherhood is important because my babies. So I need the career just to provide for my babies.
Okay. But
At the
that's what.
moment, in I have a man that's not a finished project.
Okay.
We are both
That's
in our
beautiful to hear you
30s.
say that, by the way.
We
Yeah.
are both in our 30s.
Shout out to Vika. She said the same thing. She put me on that. She said, we want humans to come finished, but they're not. It's not how it works, you know?
Amen. Vika is a beautiful human being. Shout out to her. Yeah. So, well, the thing with my husband, I've seen him have it all. I've seen him have, and I know what he's capable of.
Okay.
I know he's smart, and he's not like out there like just
Bullshitting.
yeah, like he's not. He's a focused, smart individual that I've seen him work hard to be the owner of the place that he used to work for, to investing, to, you know, day to day just applying himself, you know, and just focusing. And I've seen him, you know, so he's he's more responsible than me in a lot of ways, and more disciplined in a lot of ways. So I admire him a lot for that. But he's not a finished project, you know, and I've had to hold it down. Sometimes he holds it down.
Yeah.
We take turns, or sometimes he holds it down and I'm chilling. But even then, even when I have the opportunity to chill, I still feel like my hobby is my career. That's kind of like my hobby. That's what
You like to work.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love to provide for myself.
You want some water? I'll get you some.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I got you.
I like to provide for myself, and I like to work. It's fun. You know, I like to have a purpose. I like to feel like I have a purpose outside of motherhood. You're leaving now?
I'm
Okay.
talking here. It's fine. No problem. This is live. Keep talking.
So who am I talking to?
To the camera.
So yeah. I forget a podcast is like when you talk, people are hearing you. I completely forgot that that's the concept. But yeah, guys. So I feel like maybe I want to wait until Hendrix comes back for me to keep talking, just because, you know, that is who I was talking to physically. And y'all are just a figment of my imagination for now. I really don't even know who's going to come across this. But if you do come across this, like, follow, share, subscribe, and support local. Always. Always. Y'all need to stop supporting people that don't even support you. Y'all need to stop going around and looking at podcasts of people that don't even know you exist. If you know me or you know Hendrix, or you're connected to anyone that knows us, look us up. share our stuff. We share your stuff. I'll share your stuff. And we'll all share each other's things. And everyone supports each other. And that's way better than us supporting people that, don't even need the support. They're already wealthy as hell. It's a nervous laugh. Because I don't know what I was saying.
Fuck what people think. Doesn't matter. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, fuck them.
I was taking advantage when you walked away to say like, follow,
follow
share,
me,
subscribe.
If you need a crib.
_ la más bacana if you need a crib.
You already have enough, man. Let us some for the peasants. Let's get some followers. Shit.
Well, you have too many Instagrams. I can't even keep up.
Yeah, that's the only way I could get like you.
You have a lot going on. But congrats to that. Dude, you're a freaking monster.
Nah, not really. I'm just scratching the surface.
You're a monster with your marketing.
All right, so what did I miss?
Nothing. I was just saying, like, follow, share, stop supporting other people that are, like, super famous already. Just support local,
Yeah.
That's all I said.
All right, so we were on the topic of motherhood, wifey.
Yeah. Yeah,
So who did you vote for?
You could do
Don't avoid the question.
I voted for... Well, I really wanted to vote green for Jill Einstein.
Oh, okay.
If I said that right.
Sounds Jewish.
Not at all.
Einstein?
She was like the most political person giving platform for the war against Muslims right now in Gaza.
Oh, shit.
In the Palestine.
But was that your only reason?
No. She was also defending just a lot of green. So green, blue, red, right? Green is kind of like, I wouldn't say mid-ground, but it's more for people with common sense that are not...
Green, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Green. I don't think that's the political correct name. I forgot. I can't think of it right now.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, but blue is Democrat, red is Republican, green is not liberal.
Green Party is grassroots of the National Party. Green Party of the United States, yeah. Federation of Green Political Parties. Promotes green politics, specifically environmentalism, nonviolence, social justice. Oh, that sounds kind of...
So it's like the hippies. Sounds like the hippie.
But do you think that that'll make America better? Do you think we just probably get ran over by like Russia or China?
See, that's where that's a really good question.
It's a game of power.
In my opinion, my personal opinion, and we can only talk based off of how we were raised and what we know, and not even off what we were raised, because you can be raised a certain way, and you can choose to learn and grow and
or not
turn the page and not battle your parents' battles, not battle generational curses and battles that have been going on before you, and you can choose to elevate and live on a better frequency, a higher frequency than the lower frequencies.
That's very hard for like Latinos and African Americans to do.
It is because I feel like a lot of Latinos right now, they're like very stuck on the pain and the suffering that their parents or their grandparents.
They're in that box for sure.
Sadly, and it's just like, look, a lot, and there's still a lot of people our age that don't have papers because their parents didn't have papers and they never fixed their papers, and nobody ever really,
Yeah, don't deport me, please.
Got to that. And I have papers and I'm still getting. I wasn't born here, so I'm still scared. Like, okay, I don't even know if I'm safe because I wasn't born here, so I don't even know. I don't know, but I did vote for Trump.
Okay, why?
So, first term, when Trump first ran for president, I think I was already red by then.
Oh, shit.
That was 8 years ago. Yeah. No. No, I wasn't. I
How?
wasn't. I was still blue.
Why?
I was still Obama. I was still part of the, well, because that's what my whole family kind of always, just taught me to look into and like pay attention to and respect, and that the others. I always thought democracy, for the people, and Republican is just like for the government against the people and just like for their own
Yeah.
convenience. And I never really looked deeper into that, and that was that. But then I became a mom, and that's when I really did my own due diligence and I really dug in. And my brother went to jail. He went to prison, federal prison. And Donald Trump was in that time president already. It was probably like his third year, almost finishing out. And he came up, and don't I don't know if this is like statistically correct. I don't know in what year he came up with the First Step Act.
Okay.
Where he allowed prisoners to be able to go home early based off of if their crime was violent or not. So if you had a crime, federal crime, and your crime did not have any type of violence attached to it, like if you didn't have any type of aggressive robbery or any type of, no type of aggression or violence connected to your crime, you were subject to going home earlier, significantly a lot earlier. Really? So I was like, oh my God. So that my brother was the first one to call us with that
news.
Yeah, because obviously nobody was talking about it on the
of
internet.
Course they're not.
if Trump is doing anything good in this country, they're not gonna talk about it. They're gonna hide it.
Yeah.
And Trump isn't the type to go around and like look for validation or even say, look, I did this, or he does not do that.
Yeah.
Which I respect. I love that about him. I really do, because it's like, dude, like he goes around helping black colleges and fund, and help grants on black people getting their black people getting their college funds, and he goes around helping handicapped people. He goes around helping. He's helped Hispanic communities as well and helping fund several things. But when it comes to supporting anything that comes with like education, I've seen that he's really in on all of that. He's good with all that. But and also prisoners. He vouches a lot for he's a voice for the prisoners because they don't have a voice. It's sad. It's sad that you go to jail and you really have no say. They can be doing the worst things to you in there, and nobody will be able to hear you, see you, help you, nothing. They have no type of voice speaking for them. So when my brother called us saying, look, Donald Trump is about to get this law, and whenever this law comes through and on this certain date, he knew the date it was going to come through and everything. And we were like, okay. So he was like, get the lawyer ready, get the lawyer money ready, and we're like, oh my God, okay, like I can't believe this. And I always thought it was a myth. I was like, okay,
because we'll it's too good to be true.
Yeah, we'll see when that date comes around. Okay, yeah. So date came around. Sure enough, we got the lawyer. We put in the motion, and next thing you know, we found out my brother was going to come home 5 years earlier.
Oh, shit.
5 years earlier. He was in prison for 8 years. He was supposed to do 13.
Yeah.
He got out at 8.
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, okay, Trump is not that bad.
Yeah.
Okay, like this is real.
Yeah.
This is real. This is affecting my life.
Yeah. This
is reuniting my brother with his family, with his kids, his wife, and my family, like my brother. That's my best friend, this is me in my life. Like he single-handedly affected my life with his presidency. So I was like, I need to look into this because Obama never did any of this.
Yeah.
The blue parties never cared for any type of prison, helping any type of prisoners on anything. Like they don't deserve nothing supposedly, so that's when I changed my mind on Trump, and I looked more into him, and I stopped paying attention to the mainstream, and I started seeing how biased things were, and I started kind of just waking up little by little on that. And sure enough, I got into a bunch of rabbit holes And yeah, and then
So what were the last 4 years for you like when you saw the change? What did you see out
I
there?
saw Biden give out pipes in California to druggies.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was their way of protecting people from getting like
Robbed or something?
no, like infections, you know, when you share needles and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, so they were giving out kits to all the homeless
Fuck.
people for them to do drugs safely. So that didn't make sense. That was one of the first things Biden did in his
What the?
administration that I was like, yeah,
Do you think politics matter, or do you think there's a deeper agenda?
there's a deeper agenda.
Okay, so do you think they're puppets?
do. I do.
Yeah.
I do. I believe there's one leader.
Okay.
I believe my dad always said this. He said, and like I said, we can only speak off of what our parents tell us, what we know, how we were like, you know. So I'm only speaking based off of my limitations that I've had in my life and what I've been taught and what I've been exposed to.
Yeah.
I look into it too. And I try to confirm things. But most of the truths, ugly truths in this world, you can't confirm them because
Yeah.
they're hidden, because they're
big time.
protected.
Yeah.
Just like sex trading
Yeah.
and child abduction. That's
Yeah.
deeper.
Yeah.
That's
You
deep.
don't hear shit about it. Isn't that crazy?
It's crickets out there.
What the fuck?
Did you ever see Sound of Freedom?
Yeah, that was a beautiful movie, and it was true as fuck. Yeah, that's sad.
Man, I was depressed for like a whole
And
month.
why wouldn't they put it in the movie theaters? Why wouldn't they promote it as they promote all these fucking
They didn't
Avengers
fund that.
movies?
Yeah, that was independently funded.
Yeah, but they should have pushed it. Like, you know, it
But
was.
they didn't.
Yeah.
You know, because it's deeper.
They pushed
It's
a bunch
all
of Disney
these
shit.
all these perverts in the politics world, all these
Yeah.
people with, you know, hierarchies.
Like
and
that list that hasn't came out, you know?
There's so much. There's so much proof that it's like politics is much bigger than what we see it as, and
Yeah.
it's not just. It's all for me. It's all a plan to get us to go into a civil war between each other
Yeah.
and have us finish each other off.
You think it's gonna happen? Why?
If we're that dumb,
I mean, we are that dumb, but I don't think. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I see a lot of people hate Trump with a lot of
Yeah,
passion.
that's true. Yeah.
Like they hate the passion he has, that
Yeah.
the way he talks and the way he expresses himself. But it's like you're the same.
Yeah.
You're the same.
Well, I will tell you this. I don't give a fuck about the left or right, but I did notice something about the people that did, like you said, hate Trump. They were super emotional. They were like, start insulting and talk shit about people that didn't support that. And
They generalize, like if you support Trump, you're a racist.
yeah.
And it's like, Trump let my brother get out of prison for 5 years. I'm not racist. He just single-handedly like affected
So
me.
what do you think they're trying to? What's the goal of the media pushing the immigration thing?
To fear.
Okay.
Fear. So all of us can live in a low vibration and live in fear and not prevail. Imagine if we were all happy human beings.
Yeah,
and we were all healthy and we were all meditating and, you know, and coming in tune with our own God inside, you know, like the power within us and really knowing what we're capable of. Imagine.
Yeah. They don't want that though.
They don't want that. They want fear, and they want to be with fear control us, and that's.
So you think that's why they're doing all that and making it seem like, you know,
Everyone's getting deported.
Yeah.
If you get stopped, you're getting deported. Like, yeah, I definitely think that has some type of agenda where it's like they just want us to live in fear.
I think he's just trying to clean up the streets. You know how El Salvador went from like crazy terrible to in a
the
year?
most safest.
Yeah. I think he's trying to do
in
similar.
the world.
Yeah, I think he's trying to do something like that, you know.
I think so too.
I don't think he's trying to target, because if you just look at the outside, the people that pay taxes that have been working here for living here for 30 years, if they get out of the system, they're not going to pay taxes. They're not going to work. The infrastructure of America just goes boo, you know.
Supposedly, the plan is that Trump is going to take over Canada and America.
What?
So we're going to have one president for that. They want to get the president of El Salvador to be the president of all of Central America.
Oh shit.
And eventually they're going to want one president for each nation until at the end of the day it's one world denomination.
Yeah.
And
where the fuck did you hear that? That's crazy.
That's the goal.
Oh.
So that we have one government at the end of the day.
Not for the world?
Yeah.
I think they already do that, but it's just not like
publicly stated.
Yeah.
I think so too. I feel like I said my dad always he has this
Oh yeah, you never said with your dad the saying that he said.
So I don't know if I remember when I was little, my dad, I don't know, when I was little, I have this thing in my head that my dad worked for the FBI, but I don't know if it was in my imagination or.
Did you talk to him about it?
He doesn't admit it, and he's not gonna admit it, but he knows things. And there's a lot of FBI agents that they come to other podcasts and they say.
Yeah.
They talk. Have you ever seen those?
The CIA guy.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them that they come out and they're brave enough. God, I'm even scared to talk to you right here on this podcast. And imagine the big podcasts, and they have the balls to like.
But
really
their phones are probably different. They probably don't have GPS on them. They don't. Our phones are hearing what we're saying right now.
Who knows? Our
phones are hearing what we're saying.
Who knows? At this time,
like, hey Siri.
Yeah.
It's on.
But I don't know. When it comes to little things like that, it's like, okay, what they gonna do?
Have it against you as evidence. What do you think is happening to Diddy?
Oh no.
Everybody has to pay the price eventually. They get something.
It is weird that they can, record us and, violate our privacy like that.
I mean, we gave them the rights.
Mm-hmm.
Once you clicked agree on having a phone.
Exactly.
It's like a microchip in you.
Exactly. So then Elon Musk with his whole plans. And I don't know. I feel like at the end of the day, history repeats itself, and how slavery was a thing.
Yeah.
I feel like our kids will. What was that? Our kids.
I'm paranoid as fuck.
I was like, is that the? Who's that? Someone
FBI,
calling us?
Yeah. FBI looking for us.
That was a quick response.
What were you saying?
What was I saying? Did you hear what I was saying? Because I don't know.
Something about Elon Musk and
history repeats itself, and I feel like Elon Musk is on his way to making all of us slaves.
You think so?
Yeah.
How?
With his robots. I feel like we're all going to be scared as fuck with these robots walking around here dictating us, and we're going to be like, holy crap, and we're going to become slaves to robots.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't think.
Something like that. Around those lines.
Really?
Who knows?
Like the Terminator?
Or he's going to have some type of way where he'll make it. We're not going to deliberately be slaves, but we're going to be manipulated.
Into being slaves?
Subconsciously into being. Because right now, everything right now, we're being manipulated subconsciously.
Yeah, for sure.
They're a lot smarter than we are.
Yeah.
Our brains are like monkey brains.
It's a psychological war.
Yeah. Yeah.
And biological too.
Yeah. So I feel like he's gonna have a way where he can like make it this cool thing where it's like, oh, okay, have something download your brain so that it can know how to control your brain in the best, most effective way possible, where you can be the healthiest you, the best you, and everyone's gonna be like, oh yeah, I want to be the best me, and to give access to their brain being downloaded into I don't know, some type of technology that he's gonna come up with, and next thing you know, that technology is gonna control us, and we're not gonna even be able to control it. And it's gonna have power over us.
What if that's a good thing?
It can be that crazy. I sound crazy now, but it'll mark my words.
And she's sober.
2 years, 20 years maybe from now, 30 years from now.
I don't know. I mean, cause like you understand, there also is
2030. Did you hear about 2030?
No, what?
Supposedly America's gonna cease to exist.
Fuck no, that shit ain't happening. Even if we start falling
I don't know. I'm the type of person that I believe there's a little truth in all crazy ideas in this world. Supposedly Alexa answers it, and after you like ask her, and she realizes she gave you the free game, that she acts like she never said it. And there's like videos of it. I've seen it
You smoke some strong weed, huh?
from time to time.
There is a web of consciousness though. Like we're all connected. You heard of reincarnation? So stuff like that. Like that's what you're talking about, but in the technological way, where they could just download. But you were somebody in the past. I was somebody in the past, and
Okay.
our job is to get.
Whoa, you completely took me to a whole nother.
Well, you were
subject.
talking about downloading your brain, right? The conscious.
Mhm.
So like, whoever you were in the past, your job is to figure it out and get back there. My job is to figure out who I was in the
Is
past.
that like what you think the purpose of our lives are?
I think the purpose of us is to figure it out. I think that we have been put here before, and I think that we fail, and we fail, and we destroy each other. We get greedy, we have money, and then we destroy ourselves. And then the creator, okay, try to, boom, does it again. And then does it again until we finally figure it out.
Until we're all like
Yeah.
maturely
It's called the Christ consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Like the highest level of
I've seen
chakra.
that.
Yeah. When you open up like everything you have,
Uh huh.
and you're just like present. You know, it's very difficult to get there though. Very difficult. Very few people could do it. You hear about them though. You hear about like Gandhi or Mother Teresa or Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that goes along in that analogy of like what could happen after you die,
Yeah.
and no one knows until you die.
Or there's this thing also.
There's people that have died and they have testimonies, but who knows?
I don't know. I don't believe that shit. But I think that you do have an ability to build a spiritual body, right? The more you work on your spirit, and you could carry it with you, but if you don't work on it, you die when you die. Your energy leaves and it's dead. But if you develop your spirit, like imagine a visual of your body, right? But you built it up to where it's strong enough to survive and keeps going, right? And you go somewhere else. People do that with transcendental meditation. They calm their minds. People have done it from jail, and they leave the jail and they leave the body. I did it before with transcendental meditation, where it was what was it called?
You're getting deep.
Yeah, it was like a meditation that I did, and I left my body for a little bit, and I came back.
Transcending astro
Projection, yeah. So people could do that right now on this world. People are able to
I
do
was
that.
able to do that, and I was like, how do I stop this?
Yeah, they work on that
I
shit a
did
lot.
it unwillingly.
Yeah, people master it. They master it, and then when you master that,
I
shit,
remember
you're
there was
alive.
this nerd in high school in my computer class. You know that computer class where they teach you Microsoft
Yeah.
and stuff. I had a nerd that would sit next to me, and he would tell me how he would do that at night, and I'd be like, "You are weird." And now, like 20 years later, I'll be like, "Dang, where is he?
Yeah,
Where is
imagine.
he? He was on to something."
Yeah.
And then yeah, no, but I used to get attacked by like demons and stuff, and I used to see like, and I couldn't be able to move.
Yeah.
And it was weird.
What is it called? Paralysis.
And yeah, the sleep
Yeah,
paralysis.
that shit's
Yeah.
real.
Mhm.
That happened to me every time I take melatonin.
Ah.
I just want to take
I
that
used
shit.
to take melatonin sometimes, but I wouldn't take it during those times that would happen to me. But I did take melatonin a couple times because I've always had insomnia my whole life.
Yeah. So take valerian root and L-theanine and magnesium glycinate. Don't take melatonin. Yeah, melatonin is a nighttime neurotransmitter. So the light is telling us everything's daytime. Yeah. And well, serotonin is the daytime neurotransmitter. So whenever you see lights, phones, whatever, it's serotonin. And at night, you're supposed to produce melatonin. But if your shit's all lit up everywhere, TVs, whatever the fuck, you're not going to go to sleep. That's why I have my shit. The color turns off after 10 o'clock or 11.
That's weird. Yeah,
Why?
the nighttime.
Yeah,
thing.
and then no, but like the color, yeah.
It's like a yellowish.
Oh, mine's just gray.
Gray,
Yeah.
white and gray. Yeah, okay, yeah, I know what you're
And then the lights dimmed and all that shit, so you're already.
I used to have that.
Yeah, you can automate it.
Yeah, I stopped it
Why?
because I'm used to. So I grew up like falling. I always told my mom, like, Mom, why were you not strict with me and like my sleeping? Like, why didn't you make that like a thing that was like important? Like,
Yeah.
I'm making sure I do that with my children because I was able to watch TV all night. with my big brother and my sister, and I used to watch Dave Chappelle show back in the day. Martin.
Oh yeah, that's a good show.
Ah! All of that. Oh, I used to love when Shanae would come on. Um,
There was some good clips.
but yeah, so I grew up falling asleep to that. That's what I fell asleep
So
to
you
my whole
never
life.
you
Or
haven't
Lilo
fixed your
and
sleeping schedule?
Stitch. And
Lilo
Disney
and Stitch, what
Channel.
the fuck? That's different.
Disney Channel or like
Oh yeah, the late night
Adult
Disney.
Swim.
Yeah, yeah.
Like yeah, I grew up just falling asleep with TV on, so
But you
it
still
was really hard for
can't
me.
fall asleep or what?
No, at nighttime is like when my brain wants to like master plan, and I'm just like, stop it! It's not time to master plan right now.
It's not a bad thing if you're up for that. But if you're fucking watching Netflix, then yeah, it's a bad thing. But if you're up planning shit, write it down. Execute it tomorrow.
My like at nighttime, my brain wants to just create an empire every night, and I'm just like, I can't.
I've heard that some people
right
just
now.
take naps and they don't sleep.
Like I didn't sleep last night.
The fuck?
But I think it was because I was hosting the Texas Real Estate Expo, and
Plug.
yeah. That was epic. That was a great opportunity. Look into it, Texas Real Estate Expo and Texas networking events. And anyway, so I drank coffee at like 5 p.m. A Shipley's coffee.
Okay.
And that thing, I think that's what had me wired all night until now.
What the fuck?
And then on top of that, I was like negotiating with a realtor for one of my clients. At 5 a.m., she replied with negotiations, and I was like, okay, we're going to do this at 5 a.m. I'm up. Let's go. So I've been negotiating with her all day. So, yeah.
So you're still on zero sleep right now?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I took like a little, I would say I took like a cat nap, like
Fuck
7 to
that.
8 to take my kids to school and stuff. But
How often do you do that? Twice a week?
Once every two weeks. Like once every 2 weeks, I'll go all night where I don't sleep.
Do you exercise?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Does that help you sleep?
No.
Oh, shit, no. Wakes you up?
So it's weird. If I do morning workouts, I get tired quick in the daytime. I need a nap or something, or I need to chill. But if I go and I work out at night,
You're up?
I'm not going to go to sleep.
Do you take any pre-workouts or coffee or anything?
Mm-mm.
Really?
I smoke to go work out.
Yeah, smoking and coffee is a badass combination.
That is.
I do that for like 2 years.
You did that?
No, I used to. Yeah.
Really? So you did
A little hit of the blunt and then some coffee.
So you used to smoke? I
more.
used to think you were a little saint.
If I do anything now, I'm gone. I'm like stuck. I can't do that shit. Yeah.
Your tolerance just went away.
Yeah, it went away. For caffeine, though, it's a lot. Yeah.
That's good. That's not a bad thing.
That's just matcha, but like I could drink a lot of caffeine. I'll be all right.
Really? Man, no, I stay wired. I think I'm gonna crash like in an hour.
Have you checked your hormones? She gonna check?
I got him checked like when I was pregnant 2 years ago.
Time.
I think I need to go back.
Because that'll affect your sleep too, you know?
No, I think it's just habits, or I don't know if it's already in my like DNA already that.
Fuck no, that's out of your DNA.
My sleeping, like because I don't know. I just I don't know who's like. I think my mom's like that. She like at night is like, let's create a world that doesn't exist. Let's do things that don't, happen. I don't know. We just want to freaking take over the world at night. And it's like, no, we need to go to sleep. It's time to go to sleep.
But does she stay up with you ever?
Yeah. My mom will stay up with me. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
My grandma I slept with my grandma every night. I think her and my brother, they are the ones at fault for my sleeping schedule and my insomnia because yeah, they would keep me up talking about all kinds of crazy stuff. My brother would keep me up with like he would always freestyle and stuff, so I would always just be hearing him freestyle, or we would like learn songs and stuff. We would just listen to the radio or
what's your favorite song for your brother?
CDs. My favorite song from my brother? Yeah. That's impossible.
Name 5.
They're all my favorite.
Name 5.
So I feel like the main one that got him popping off was the Panda remix.
Okay.
That's my number one.
When did he release that?
In 2012.
Oh shit, he's been doing it for a minute.
Oh no, he started like in 2007,
Oh
2005.
shit, with
He used
CDs
to
or
be at
what?
the block. He used to be in the block with like a speaker and a mic, and he
Yeah.
used to just be like trying to do freestyles and like battles and stuff in our apartments
Oh
with all his
shit,
friends.
that's old school shit.
Yeah, it was cool. And then he got into boxing. He like got #1 boxer in Texas and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Oh shit.
He had potential for a lot of stuff.
Did he ever just like sell CDs and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about that a lot.
Ah, really?
Yeah. People that sell CDs.
Yeah. Yeah, he did all that.
All
Yeah,
right.
he
Now
did.
now the next I want you to tell me about Colombia.
What about Colombia?
I want to know everything because I want to visit.
You never visited
Fuck
yet?
no.
Oh my god. You're late.
I am.
You're late. So, Colombia is beautiful.
Yeah.
It is I feel like I'm not just cuz I'm not from there. I mean, I'm from there, but not because I'm from there. I'm saying this. But it's the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful places ever. Not only because of the scenery, but because of the people also.
Okay.
The women
Yeah.
are gorgeous.
I know that part already. Yeah.
Yeah, the
I'm
women are
very-
gorgeous.
yeah.
And just the people in general, the warmth of the people.
Really?
Like they're very nurturing. Colombian people are very nurturing, very caring, and everywhere you go, like everyone's very attentive. You know, even
Really?
too attentive that they be jacking you and shit. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's what I was gonna say.
It can go that way.
Does
Yeah.
did crime still exist even after Pablo Escobar got like taken down?
Oh, for sure.
Really?
Yeah, gangs and cartels still existed. Yeah.
Really? What about now? They still there?
Yeah.
Really?
Actually, right now in Medellin, which is the place I suggest everyone goes and visits, is so they actually made the ghetto. It's crazy because this is new, and I'm not sure how new. I think this is like 7 years new. They made the ghetto a tourist spot now. So the most dangerous area in Medellin, they made it like it's called La Columna 18, and
Gotta write that down.
oh no, don't worry. Whenever you need to go, I got
I'll hit
you.
you. All right, I got it.
I got you on all things. But it's like a walkway, and it's like a graffiti and a lot of art and a lot of like artistry or
Yeah.
artistry, where it's like you get like just stuff from the culture, and like people are selling like bracelets, people are selling just anything that's Colombia related, tourist related.
Yeah.
Like they're there. Shot glasses and all the souvenirs and all that. But they have it to where like the cartels have the criminals there threatened that if they do anything to a tourist, that they'll get taken, they'll get handled.
Yeah.
So it's like don't mess up our economy. Let them spend money.
That's how you do crime. Yeah.
Yeah, so the cartels there, they have the criminals on check.
Yeah.
So you can go around there with your phone out and take pictures and videos, and it's really cool because you used to never be able to do that over there like that.
Really?
So yeah. In Cali, where I'm from, it's been really bad. Like you can't even take your phone out, and if you're in a taxi
Till
or
right
in
now?
a car.
What?
Yeah, like usually when there's a guy on a motorcycle or two men on a motorcycle, you need to hide your shit
They're
right
coming
away.
to get you. Yeah.
That means trouble, potential danger.
So
Sometimes
don't
no,
go
sometimes
to
just an
Cali?
innocent man. No.
So do go.
No, go, but like just don't be going with the gold chain and like just doing the most.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna be like running around with like security and stuff. I don't know, but no, I mean, it's safe. But I mean, if you have bad luck, you're prone to getting jacked. For sure.
Where do you recommend to go in Cali?
There is there's a lot of things you can do in Cali. There's the malls are really interesting. There's a lot of hiking trails. We have El Cerro de las Tres Cruces. It's like this if I'm not mistaken, it's like 6 miles, a 6-mile hike. Don't
Have you hiked
against it? Yeah, I used to go every morning at 5 a.m. and hike it with like a cousin of mine. It was a workout.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was uphill. Good hike. Good hike. Some people run it too. It's really good. And then
That'd be me.
Yeah.
With some weights.
Oh, and then the weather is just.
Oh yeah, how's the weather? Is this stay the same all year?
It's hot. Cali caliente.
Oh, fuck.
Cali caliente.
The whole year?
Yeah. They only have one.
I don't really like hot weather.
One.
I like the cold. I really like the snow we had. I really like
Tienen
that.
una época caliente. That's it.
But it doesn't get cold ever.
No.
God damn it.
No. No. Cali is beautiful though. It has a rio. That we have a lot of rivers. Like those are some good trips to take you. Go
Are
to
you able
the
to jump in?
rivers. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're fresh, and yeah, there's a lot of like natural stuff you can do where you can take advantage of the nature and rivers and waterfalls, and there's a lot of places also that clubbing wise and nightlife is.
Oh really?
Like,
Yeah, that's one thing I have heard. That's good.
well, let me know whenever y'all want to go.
Party up there.
I'll probably go with y'all.
What was it like growing up with two different parents, like from different cultures? Yeah.
Yeah, that was hard. My dad was Muslim, my mom was Christian, and she never wanted to convert. So I don't understand where their miscommunication was there before they had kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, yo, I would never decide to have a child with someone that has a different completely outlook on religion, because I would be very considerate of how the child will be raised.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you are able to plan that type of stuff, who you have a child with, and if you have a child with someone, you should be able to at least have a conversation about how you're going to raise the children, and in what culture and in what religion. But yeah, now my mom regrets it. She wishes that she would have like totally let my dad just be the boss and like completely control her, and just like allow him to be the leader.
That? Let your man control you.
Be the leader.
That's how it's done.
Be led. But she was always such a strong like personality, strong character, and she just
That's a good and bad thing.
Yeah, she never 4 years. I was 4, my sister was 8, and my brother was 12 when they got divorced. So 12, 8.
But they had your brother first, and then so how do they have 3 and not figure out that they?
Yeah, I don't know, man. My mom. So my mom was the one who wanted to get the divorce, and that was like really heartbreaking for my father.
Yeah.
And because for Muslim men, like family is everything.
For sure.
And like divorce and he was actually disowned for following my mom and marrying her, and not marrying in his race or his religion. So his family completely disowned him. But then they got over it, and
I would probably never ever forgive somebody for doing that to me.
Yeah, I mean, but that's how serious Muslim, like in Muslim families and traditions.
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if I was your dad, I would never forgive your mom.
Yeah, so he was very hurt.
He turned his back on his family.
Yeah, for her, and then for her to just go and like divorce him like that. That's really. I know she was like, man, I was too savage. I don't even know why. Like she said that she would always be too jealous. I don't know.
What is the Muslim culture like?
Huh?
The Muslim culture.
The Muslim culture, I would describe it as like, it's very oriented towards where men have the upper hand and women just have to be more submissive and kind of stay in their lane. Like they have a lot of customs where the men have more freedom than women do in the sense of how to express themselves, how to dress, and
I don't think that's a bad thing.
It's not everything to a certain extent,
Yeah.
Some people can be radical about it, and that's where it can get messy.
Yeah.
But like everything in life, if you do it moderately, okay. But like everything in life, if you do it radically, then you're tripping. Like, like this, I don't know.
Is the multiple wives thing a thing? Like, do they do that a lot?
That only exists, like, let's say if there is, let's say we're cousins, right? My husband dies and he leaves me and my children alone. If you're my cousin and you're able to provide for me equally the way you provide for your wife and your kids, and you would want to marry me and take on my children, you can.
As a cousin?
Even cousins.
I've heard of that shit, actually. That's
between cousins. And
but
that's the rule. Like, if you can equally provide for another family, but it's like you take over someone else's wife if like that man were to go, and the wife would have
I think that formula is always going to work. I think the man should be the provider. I don't think a woman should ever have to be pregnant and work, or raise a 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 6 7 year old and work. No, I want her to focus on the kid, give her best version to the child. Until if she wants to work, she can work. But you just shouldn't have to fucking work and raise a child. Like what? You destroy yourself. Your femininity is gonna be diminished. Gone. Poof.
That's true. I agree. I agree to a certain extent because
What's the extent?
um as a mom, me personally, I like to like I love being a mother, and that's my greatest purpose. But I like to feel like I have an identity also. Aside from being someone's mom, which is being someone's mom is everything as well.
Yeah.
But but also like
But don't you think that's the ego talking?
no, it's like I said, everything radically is like not good.
Okay, but when you're 62 years old and you look at the left and you chose to have a career, a nice car, big ass house, nice belt and shoes, and then you look to the right and you chose to build a big ass family with grandchildren, great grandchildren, which one do you think you would choose?
The family.
Yeah.
But also me personally, I like to have another purpose in life. Like I don't just want to be someone's mom.
But you're
I
choosing
want
to do
my
that.
children to
Yeah.
like I want if you ask me, my daughter, I don't want my daughter to ever depend on a man. Like I want her to know and understand that she can do everything she wants, and she can provide for herself
Yeah.
just the way a man can provide for herself for her,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah.
So I would want her to learn that. I don't want her to ever think she needs to depend on a man, and
Yeah.
that's the way it goes, and that's the
But
you know.
isn't that a contradicting thing to where you're like independent woman mindset, but relationship, those things don't mix.
I feel like whenever you let as a girl dating and you meet a man, right? Potential husband, right? The man, you can't leave your whole. I wouldn't want her to live her whole life for that man and not for
No.
herself.
Yeah.
Not build herself and focus on being like just a mule carrying another man's beans
Yeah.
and growing them inside of her, and that's her life. No. You know, like I want
Yeah.
her to be able to create a life for herself, because what if the day of tomorrow, men are men, you know, at the end of the day, sadly.
What does that mean?
Sadly, men are driven by their eyes more
Yeah.
than anything else, you
Okay.
know. They're visual beings.
So does cheating equate divorce and destroy family?
It can, yeah.
Really?
Definitely. I do not. If you don't get me started.
I saw the rage in her eyes. Oh my god! I never want to see that again.
Don't get me started, because I'm thinking my daughter getting cheated on. Hell no. We gonna leave him right where he is, baby
Okay,
girl.
but okay, so
We gonna leave him right where he is,
Isn't
and
that-
he can get on with his life. And you and me will raise your children, and you can find there's plenty men in the sea.
but what if you have a family already?
That is not depict.
You destroy a family?
He destroyed it
How?
by cheating.
Do you think there was emotion in it?
It doesn't matter if there's emotion in it or not. You disrespected the woman in your life and the children in your life by allowing another human being to come in and weaken it. So, no, like, there's no way that could be seen as something that's forgivable. In my eyes, I don't think so. Cheating is unacceptable.
So the Muslim side of you was not talking right now.
The Muslim, what do you mean in Muslim? That's not a thing either. They don't have orgies for
I
fun.
didn't fucking say they had orgies, but I'm saying they're not gonna destroy their family for that.
They divorce in Muslim cultures.
For cheating,
They divorce for several reasons, just like Christians divorce, just like every other.
For that reason,
culture,
though.
They divorce.
Yeah, but you know the places that have the highest success rate in marriage?
Where?
Afghanistan. No bullshit. All those areas right here that have the highest rate of.
I need to look into that.
Yeah, they
And
do.
double check that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because marriage wasn't made for like happiness. It's gonna sound weird to a lot of people, but
I agree.
it wasn't made for pleasure.
I could see where you're coming from, but
Fuck no.
but there's something called freedom, and like if you want to go and be free as a man, I think it should be just as fair for a woman to want to go be free as well. Then if she feels
but we're
like
not the
she
same.
wants to, but how? I mean, I know we're not the
not.
same, but cheating hurts both ways.
Okay,
If a
so
woman cheats on a man, he will be hurt.
no,
If
yeah,
a
the man will
man-
be destroyed.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's a good reason because that woman thought it out and
Do you
planned it
think
out.
it's equal when a woman cheats than when a man
Absolutely not. 10%
Because
effect.
women are more emotional.
Yeah, women plan things. Y'all scheme and y'all manipulate and you use your words, right, to get things you want. So you thought it out. It's like premeditated murder. If a man does it, he just was horny on
Not
a
all
random day.
women. Not women get horny too.
Yeah, but they're not.
Women
you're not gonna.
have needs.
You're
What
not
if
just
their
gonna
man is
act on
not-
it like that. You know what I'm
Some
saying?
women do.
Yeah,
can't
those
just
are called
generalize
sex
it.
workers.
You can't just generalize it though.
The majority. I'm talking about biology right now. I'm talking about the way a man's DNA is, a woman's DNA. If you
Okay.
go and sleep with
Okay.
10 men, you're affected way worse for life, spiritually, biologically, more than if I go sleep with 10 women. I did those, and my trauma, I didn't carry none of that shit.
How do you know?
You carry those 10 with you for
How do you
life.
know those ties are not
I
with
do
you?
research.
So you did your research on this,
Yeah.
and that's what you caught.
A woman carries a man's DNA
Probably
for
caught
a
more than
long time. Yeah. A woman carries a man's DNA for a long time, even after she slept with him, right? Not only that, but you also get trauma every time you sleep. You lay down with a man. It's a real thing. It's a sexual energy exchange, right?
I believe you.
So, like, by the time a woman gets to whatever her 11th body and she's trying to attach to this man, it's called the soul bond. It's very difficult for her to do it. Very, very hard. She doesn't know how. You know, her shit's all been severed. It's cut. You know, a man. I'm not condoning none of this shit. I'm just talking about from the outside looking in. Yeah, I'm talking from the outside looking in on what it affects the history of marriage.
Psychologically and spiritually.
Yeah, you know, because women are destroying themselves trying to compete with men.
Yeah.
And do what they do.
Agree.
You know, like.
I agree.
And that's part.
We're not equal. I agree. We're not equal.
Yeah, but I'm saying
agree.
that's part of it though. Like, y'all think the cheating thing is like.
It's not that the cheating is just it shouldn't be allowed at all in both sides. Period.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
That's deceiving. That's lying. That's lying.
Okay. So let's go into this hypothetical world where you go. One side is that you get to have everything you want in life: money, vacations, all your trips paid for, nails did. You never have to work if you don't feel like it, right? You just chill. Vacations all day year round. You get maids, you get chefs, you get somebody to clean your shit, but you get cheated on a couple times a year. That's one side. But you don't have to work if you don't want to, right? Then you get the other side where you have to work. You have to slave. You have to raise kids, right? And you have to pretty much bust your ass to just y'all make ends meet 50-50. But you get attention and you get loyalty.
I'm gonna pick that side any day.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. I'll pick a loyal man.
A loyal broke guy over a successful
anything.
rich. Really? Damn.
Loyalty. I can do. Like I said, I love working. I love.
Okay, so let's separate it from you personal life. What would the majority of women pick in that situation?
I mean, nowadays, women care more about the material stuff than morals and values.
So you think they would pick the other thing?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what most of them are picking. They'd rather be with like a ugly rich man than a man they're actually attracted to but is broke.
Where does that come from? Why do they do that?
Security.
Don't you think security
Daddy
is
issues?
daddy issues for sure.
Or security.
But security is a real thing regardless, right?
Security is attractive.
Emotional security and financial security.
Financial security more so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like Does it ever go away?
I feel like those girls be cheating.
You think so?
I think they be handling their business on the side.
I don't know.
I would. I can't be. So that it just depends on a personal preference. Like me personally, my man needs to look good. Like I don't know how women do
But
it. Like
money
thankfully,
makes people look good.
my husband is handsome. He's scrumptious.
But don't you think money makes people like
Scrumptious.
look attractive? Money?
No, not to
No,
me.
not physically. Okay, but stop making it about you.
But I can only talk about me personally.
Think outside.
Generally.
Just think out. Yeah, think generally. Think.
Money can, yes. Money can make a person powerful, which makes them attractive to a certain extent, depending on how their demeanor. Yeah, because everything is like not everything modern. I don't know. Yeah, but like it just money is a factor that I just don't see important personally.
It's up there. It's up there with oxygen, though.
Yes, yes, that's true. That's very true, Hendrix. But I think that morals and values go further than that. I don't know. I'd rather live in an apartment in a happy home than in a mansion with an unhappy family. Like I don't think that's.
But if that's the formula, why are men judged about how financially successful they are?
I think that comes to comparing with like just conventional expectations from like culture and standards that are being put in the music and what people are listening to, watching, and being influenced by.
Okay, think about this. Whenever you went to Starbucks recently or fucking Chick-fil-A, did you notice that the cashier was a guy or girl? And if he was a guy, do you remember how he looks?
Yeah. I do. I remember the last Starbucks.
Would you date him?
No.
You get what I'm saying? So men are judged on how much money you have.
Right? I mean, I would. Okay, you're talking to. I'm a different breed, though.
Okay, so don't. Okay, let's think generally, right?
Yeah,
generally. Not about what I think about
generally.
what you think. Just think generally, right? Why isn't that man getting opportunities? Why can't he have sex? Why can't he get dates? Why do women not want to give him an opportunity, a chance?
Yeah, I mean, women have standards generally. And some of those standards come with, like, security being one of the main ones, a provider being one of the main ones. So as a man, I can see how, like, those standards can be very can cause pressure on men to exceed or at least meet those standards.
So don't you think it's fair that a man wants to have multiple women? Like, isn't that, if that's his standard or requirement, right? Why are you looking like that?
Because I don't understand where that came from.
So,
what the heck?
Okay, so the loyalty is a non-negotiable for a man, right? The security is a non-negotiable for a woman.
It took you 2 hours to kind of like say something. That was.
I'm just curious because
I thought you were gonna come with this at maybe 30 seconds.
No, I wanted you to say whatever was on your brain.
You waited.
But you get what I'm saying or no?
Yes, I do. Men with money can have the leisure
of doing whatever the fuck they want.
Mm-hmm.
And women that are virgins
depend on men. Don't have that option.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying there's give and take.
Or they do, but they don't be telling nobody.
Yeah, but I'm still like, men know. You could tell as a man.
Men think women are saints, but women are just as bad as men.
I agree. Yeah.
Or worse.
No, it used to be the case.
Or worse.
Like
the ugliest little girls that y'all be dating, they be the worst. They can get it.
You heard that, David? I'll stop dating these ugly, promiscuous chicks.
Penis is easier to get than vagina.
1,000 times.
So,
no. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. But that's why they always talk mess about women that sleep around. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, why are you taking the easy way out? You know? A man that gets to have a choice of women has to do something.
They have to have the
Something.
Mm-hmm.
Is either he looks good or he's good with his mouth, can
Or
talk.
he's funny. He has to
Yeah,
be real
or funny or has money.
I
Like,
think being funny is like really good.
yeah,
And money and funny, you can do anything.
yeah. Imagine if you have both.
Yeah, money and funny, you can do anything.
Do you think that we'll ever get back to a point where the roles go back to tradition?
Yeah, I think history repeats itself.
How long do you think?
I think now we're realizing, women my age at least, we're realizing how stupid feminism, like fighters and like all the people that were like, equal rights, ha ha, that was like a horrible mistake. So I feel like now we're going into our era where we want to be feminine and we want to be provided for and we want to take care of the house and we want to be more
But isn't it so
housewives.
convenient though?
It's not. Being in the house with the kids is a lot harder.
No, I'm saying like after these chicks
It's
have
not
had their
convenient.
they've had their fun and all that, now they want to go find somebody that's gonna marry them. You know?
What do you mean they've had their fun? Everyone lives out their eras, like
I
you
don't
live out your
know.
teens, you live out your college days, and then you get married.
We
I
we
mean,
know that because we had our fun in our days, but that's not normal for everybody. Some people just chill. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about this shit the other day. I was like, some people live a different life. They didn't go out, they didn't party, they just relaxed and focused on a relationship or something else,
yeah,
right?
true.
So like by the time we get older, you're like, okay, is it okay for me to ask for certain things? Like I just think we lack humility in American culture, you know?
Well, when it comes to women and men though, like in the social standards and that, I feel like, yeah, I do think women nowadays we're more prone to wanting to be more in the house cooking
Yeah.
and with our kids than working, and we rather have providers. I do think that we're getting more closer towards the older, times when men were providers. They would go out and hunt and women were
Yeah.
home
That's the reason I think it's
warming up the
always gonna
kids.
work. It's not because like
It goes back to our DNA,
yeah,
like
like let's not
our
what's it called,
genetic.
masochist, or it's not no machista, or it's not
Hmm.
misogynist or sexist. It's just I think that's what works, you know?
It is.
I think
I
it's
see. I
easier.
see completely where you're coming from, but I do see you talking more about how men can get away more with certain things than women
It's
can.
because
And I
it's
just
what I
feel like,
understand.
but I just feel like women can get away with it too, but even better to a certain
Look, let me
extent.
tell you something.
To a certain extent.
I have never, and maybe it's around, maybe it happens, but 99.9% of the time, if a woman cheats, that relationship is done, over.
No, what if she was
There's
just
no
drunk?
chance. It doesn't matter.
What
It's
if she
not.
was just drunk and she went out with her
I
girlfriends,
understand
met a
men's
girl guy, and
psychology,
it
and I'm
just like
telling you,
happened?
that man is done. If he respects himself, he's done, right? I have seen a lot, and I'm not condoning it. I'm not condoning this shit again. I've seen a lot of relationships still make it and keep going when the man cheats. They fix it. They get better. They get stronger.
How do you know?
Because I have conversations with people all the time. This is the kind of questions I ask. I'm always
So
curious.
after cheating, it's gotten better.
I'm not condoning none of this shit.
I know you're just going based off of what you've asked and
Yeah, I
gotten
asked around it,
information on.
and like whenever if the woman does it, it's done. You're saying that they could get away with the same stuff? Nah, you'll get away with stuff, a lot of more, way more stuff. Yeah, but it's not the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you get away with complaining and crying and still getting your way and shit like that. If a man's complaining and crying, he's like a little bitch. Like it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't look good.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, it's just social. It goes back to culture and social standards that have been implemented
But
in
don't tell
you.
women to do the same stuff. Don't tell them.
Okay, if a man cheats on you, baby girl, you cheat back. You heard?
You heard it here first. That's the clip that I'm gonna put into a reel. And that's the one we're gonna put money on Facebook for and advertise this shit.
No, don't,
That's
don't,
gonna be the
don't,
intro,
don't do
actually.
that. I don't. Okay, I don't want to be known for that. But no, but seriously, no, we're not allowing to just get cheated on
I'm just curious because
and lay
I've asked
back.
this question, so I'm always like,
If you are
to
gonna
college.
go have fun with someone else, then that gives everyone else
Really?
a free pass too. That's
wild.
Yeah, because if you didn't hold up the standards, why should the other person?
What if the man's taking care of business in the house? He's taking care of the kids, taking care of you.
Taking care of kids?
Yeah.
I want gum.
New Yorker.
You want gum?
No. So what if he's doing that? What if he's doing what he's supposed to do? Still no?
That's why I don't depend on a man personally, so fully. That's why I always have my own thing, just in case. So every woman should too.
It's funny because my mom told my sister that too.
Yeah, because what? No. I don't think cheating is okay.
I'm not, okay, let's get off the topic then because you're starting to sweat and you're starting to chew gum and shit. Okay.
It's just like it's sad that I know why you see it the way you see it, and I know that it makes sense.
I'm just talking about from a biological standpoint. A man can have 1,000 babies a year. A woman can only have one, right? We're put here to reproduce. Caveman shit. I'm not condoning none of that shit. I believe in loyalty too. I'm just saying, like, I don't understand how we got to the place where it's crazy if a man does that. Like, it's just like destroy a family, fuck up the kids' lives, fuck up your marriage, fuck up the money because of your own personal happiness.
Exactly.
That's what's happening. You know that, right?
Exactly. But I thought you were kind of saying that it was somewhat okay.
No, I don't think it is. I'm just saying it's not a big enough reason to destroy
a family.
Yeah, I just think there's a lot more reasons. If you're getting your ass beat or something, yeah.
I think it just depends on the person, but yeah.
Have you ever seen a woman?
I know girls that are okay with it, and they'll be okay with that, and they'll still love the man just as much and continue fighting for their families. And I know women that will never stand for that, and they'll respect themselves way too much to.
Do you know any men that put up with cheating?
Oh yeah.
What?
That's happened. Of course.
Well, like you could count on one hand.
But it's because they know that they messed up before as well, so. Or they know where they were lacking. They know they were lacking in certain areas, so they know it was what it was leading to.
And they stayed together?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I have.
Well, back in 1998, you heard the story.
I'm really not friends with anyone of what I'm referring to, but
I feel like my followers are gonna get pissed at me because I talked about condoning cheating. Like I'm not condoning it.
You're not.
No.
Now you made it clear now, because before it was kind of like you were just pushing towards it's normal, it's okay.
No, a man that can't control his discipline, sexual discipline, is not
a weak man.
Yeah, he doesn't have his shit right here. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot.
See, that's what we can talk about.
Tell me. Go.
Yeah, I would love to talk about that narrative rather than a narrative where it's like, okay, if a man has money, then why can't he just, be able to do what he wants?
Yeah. Because that's also...
No.
But, that's also a real thing. The fairy tale side is that...
Yeah, I've been in a relationship where that was the way it was.
Yeah. No, but that's a lot.
And yeah, and it's...
No. Like, women got to understand if they're going after...
I think it's an ego problem. Like,
for the
men...
Yeah.
Men with the money, and they provide, and they want this woman and they want that woman. That's just them being very insecure.
Yeah, for sure.
That's them needing
filling the voids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is not a secure man. That is a man that struggles internally with a lot of demons that
for sure
they need to be like addressed in a different way, because that is not the way to heal.
So what if a woman stops having sex with a man after they're married? What is he supposed to do?
That's justifiable. Yeah, I mean, there's reasons. I mean, come on. Your husband has needs.
Yeah.
Just like a wife has needs.
Yeah.
If you don't take care of your needs, then you're human. Like, that's just...
Okay, say that to them then.
Things like that are justifiable.
If you don't fuck your man, he's allowed to cheat.
Not that he's allowed to cheat, but don't be surprised if that's what it leads to.
Oh, okay.
If you don't,
Because don't you think that's part of the reason?
En español se dice el que tenga tienda, que la tienda. Like, in Spanish, there's a saying that if you have a store, you need to be there
to it. Yeah, take care of it.
Attend and take care of your store.
Yeah.
Upkeep your store.
Yeah, I mean, but I do think, like I was saying, is part of a man's completely becoming a man has to control his sexual urges. That's once you get that shit down, you're almost unconquerable.
Amen.
Yeah.
Because a lot of women also know how to use their pussy power.
Oh yeah. No, you learned that shit at 12 years old. What the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
Y'all
12-year-old little boys.
listen, when y'all are at 15 and 16, y'all are where we are at 25, 22, 21. When y'all get to 30, y'all are where we are at 40. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
Men?
develop faster
Yeah.
up here, right? And with your words, how to get shit from your dad, how to
Yeah.
do all this shit, and then we're just catching up. So we live our hardest lives when we're younger. Y'all are living your best lives when you're younger, you know?
Yeah.
And then we finally get our reward
They say
later.
our frontal lobe finishes developing at 25,
Oh yeah?
and that men's at like no, ours at
Older?
21, and I think y'all's at 25,
That makes
something like
sense.
that. I know I'm wrong. It's late. I haven't slept in over 24 hours.
Don't tell people that multiple times.
I'm starting to feel it.
What time is it?
11.
Yeah, we can stop. It's fine. I hope y'all enjoyed this show, and you're gonna see more of it soon.
Thank you for having us in your
Peace.
listening time, and I hope that you got some type of, insight out of it.